growing up. This is where I've become a man. So, but at the end of the day, it's a business, and when
I can't help that.
I'm gonna say I want to be here, but when you look up, all the great quarterbacks I watched played for other teams. So my point in saying that is that's not something to fear. That may be a reality for me one day, may not be my decision. So that's the freedom that I have is be where your feet are, make the most of it, be confident in yourself, make your team better. I love my teammates. I love that locker room. I love everything about being out here in Oxnard and being a Dallas Cowboy. So that's what allows me to be free and focused and understand that and time comes, who knows what comes. As I said, I've been through a lot of adversity personally, that it's about, being thankful for where you are, hugging and loving on your loved ones, and taking it one day at a time, and handling the rest when it approaches.
Now, what I like about this, first of all, is that dad gang hat. That's sweet as shit. And I'm not a dad, but I'd wear it.
It's hard.
Everyone who is a dad, you're welcome to that Dak Prescott dad gang. But what do you think about that? Like, I feel, and to kind of finish up Bryson's perspective, Bryson quoted and said, and Anthony, you're not going to like this, but I'm going to say it. He says Dak Prescott will not be a Dallas Cowboys quarterback in 8 months, within 8 months. No, hang on. Ant's gonna have a little freak out.
Well, it's not even if they somehow flub this and he goes to another team. I said it in our DMs, man. I'm nervous that we're gonna watch this motherfucker win. And when I said it sounded like I was mad at Dak, but I was like, we're gonna watch this motherfucker win a Super Bowl for a different team. Yeah, and it's not gonna be his fault. It's gonna be because they completely butchered the last 2 years in his contract negotiation. Boots, like, you got it, Boots. We know you're a Dak guy. We're all big Dak guys. This shouldn't even be a conversation right now with the season that he had last year.
Yeah, no, I agree. At the end of the day, you're going to have Dak on one side of the table. You have Jerry on the other side. He's going to have like a whiskey in one hand, probably a salt block on the other. And they're going to negotiate. I'm going to call it right now. It's not going to be like the highest yearly of every other quarterback, but it's going to be like the most guaranteed money a quarterback has ever received. So it's going to be something along those lines where it's going to be cap friendly to the point where he's not getting the 60 million, but he's going to get like 54, 55, but he's going to have like the most amount guaranteed of all time.
You only think 54, 55, hey?
Oh yeah, but again, he's going to have like 300 million guaranteed. Or what's the highest? Like 400 or something? 380?
I don't know. Stat J might get on that, but yeah.
What was the highest
guaranteed amount given to a quarterback?
Well, someone in the chat, we're talking about quarterbacks. Jordan Love just signed 4-year, or rumored he's about to sign 4 years at $220 million, $75 million signing bonus, and $155 guarantee.
So what's that end up being? Per season?
AJ's checking those stats because this just came in like 15 minutes ago.
Well, what was his total contract?
$220 million.
$220 million divided by 4.
Okay. So adding that on, we have 55 million Tua tag. I'm just going to call them Tua tags. 4-year, 212, 167 guaranteed. Then we have Justin Herbert.
Can you throw these out? Do you have these on the screen here?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm not bringing it over.
Get that stuff over there.
Yeah, so Jordan Love's just 55 a year, like you were saying.
No, but still, it's like
Jeff fucking bum.
Well, you can't. What, you're just like fucking Lawrence? I thought you beat the Cowboys.
I think
that's huge, though.
I think, and I don't know how many people are against this still, but it seemed like whenever we had this conversation, when I was paying more attention to what people were saying, it was like $50 million a year. Are you crazy?
Dude, 4 years ago, paying Dak Prescott $40 million a year was crazy. 4 years ago at the same exact time.
But look what we're seeing now. We're seeing if this Jordan Love deal is correct, and we know Tagliavo's correct. Tagovailoa.
You had it the first time. Okay. You nailed it the first time.
I second guess myself. But if they're getting 53 base a year, what the do you think is that? Like 60 million, and that's high. I know, but that's the market now. We are in a accelerated quarterback market. This is stock market, so you can either make your bet and be like, which it would be the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard of in my life. No, we're going to wait until this market dries up and then pick from the, I don't know, the remaining bottom of the barrel players. No, we don't want to shop at Sephora.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Okay, so I just looked up the NFL's
that's the
highest
market,
paid
man.
quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I looked up the total guaranteed money. It's Deshaun Watson of 230 million, Joe Burrow 219, Justin Herbert 218, Trevor Lawrence got 200.
But those
So
are, that's their actual
That's
contract.
that's the guaranteed money.
That's the guarantee.
Patrick Mahomes at 141.
Okay.
So I think you're gonna see Dak Prescott somewhere in the 325 million guaranteed, and again it'll be a lower annually because the
That's
annually
wild.
yeah, annual value, Joe Burrow's got 55, Trevor Lawrence got 55, Jared Goff is at 53, Herbert 52, Lamar 52, Hurts 51. So I'm thinking, maybe he's at 57, 58.
I think
Yeah, 57. I think 57, 58 sounds more realistic. 60. I mean, especially because he said he doesn't care if he's sets the new record for the highest or most guaranteed, but that would still put him right up there.
Okay,
Dak can say that he doesn't care, but you know who does?
His agent.
Cooper Rush.
Moneybags AGs.
Yeah. Let me give you guys some, let me hit you guys some chat comments because we're obviously talking about a very polarizing topic right now.
Yeah, let's hear what chat has to say because I'm always on the boat of just pay your
Just sign
fucking
him.
dude.
Sign the guy.
So James Macia says re-sign Dak in his 12 regular season wins and MVP consideration for 4 more years, but no NFC Championship games or Super Bowl most likely. Travis O'Shea says like Mahomes is 43 this year, and I think the next year 37 or something, and then the year following it goes up to 60.
Yeah.
Ultra then says Mahomes signed a 10-year deal to make it a team-friendly deal. And Ultra has been on record saying that if Dak does re-sign with the Cowboys and it's a team-friendly deal, he can kind of get behind it. But he's continuing to go on about it being a choke artist.
But back to the thing with guys being like, well, so what's right now? What is the contingency plan of not having Dak Prescott?
Exactly.
That's my only thing. So are they? If they're not signing Dak Prescott for next season, but they have him this year, they go with 10 to 12 wins, whatever ends up being. They're not getting a good draft pick. And then what are you doing? You're going to give up the future draft picks to trade up to try to get a quarterback? What's the plan if you're not planning on signing Dak right now? That's my only question, and I don't see a feasible solution right now.
And there is I agree, and I think what you got to do with Dak is you make him either the highest paid quarterback or you give him the most amount of guaranteed money, and whatever one makes the most sense, because the options outside of Dak Prescott signal that you would have to be taking a regression year.